We sail the seas from dawn till dusk with naught but death behind. We bear down, me lads, into the cove where the Spanish ne'er will find ye. In waters clear we anchor here to hide from those pursuing. When sunset falls you'll hear the calls and the sails above unfurling. Ye be listening to The Spaniard's Ghost, a Happy Jacks RPG podcast actual play in Savage Worlds, Pirates of the Spanish Main.
Hello, and welcome to The Spaniard's Ghost. I'm Jim, and I am your GM, and we have players. Start over here tonight.
Hi, I'm Mary. I play Damiana, and she's pretty. And also the ship healer and ship cook.
I'm Kurt. I'm playing Dull Blevins, carpenter's mate.
Cool.
I'm Joey. I'm playing Elliot Kensington, the quartermaster, who is also pretty.
Yeah, well, who seduced the captain?
Who didn't get to meet the captain?
Gotta move faster.
So, unfortunately, Gina can't be with us tonight. But we have the awesome, the amazing, the
one
man,
and
the
only,
myth, the legend, the one, the only, C.A. Dave.
Woo!
And tonight, C.A. Dave is playing
Jonathan Wilkins, the cabin boy.
Oh.
Very old.
Cabin man.
Very gritty.
also the only person, apparently, who is allowed, besides the captain, who is allowed inside the captain's quarters.
Well, someone's got to take the captain his food when he's not appearing on deck.
Right. So, last time, stuff happened.
Stuff happened.
So,
Give us a recap.
He actually did just listen to
I just listened to everything, but I don't know where one ended and the next began because they were just lined up.
it's all good. You three, roll a d6.
This is going to be bad. This is going to be very bad.
2.
5.
5.
Okay, so you two, what happened last time?
I know we ended up on shore.
Uh-huh.
And not by wrecking.
Okay. We had finished off with the...
Would it help if I started you?
Well, I know we had finished off with the taking the ship a prize and then sending it on its way.
Right.
And we saw, while we were heading the more circuitous route back to Tortuga, we saw sails on the horizon, something substantial, big man of war, ship of the line of some sort.
Spanish.
And obviously Spanish.
And obviously Spanish, right, it had Spanish lines. And we decided to steer clear of that because it was way out of our weight class. And we successfully made it into
Tortuga.
To pawn off our hold full of luxury items.
Right.
And now I'll let Mary take over.
So from the ship that we took a prize, we took all of their charts and maps because, of course. One of them was a hand-drawn chart that was related to Captain Santiago, known as the captain of the Spaniard's Ghost, thus bringing the title into play.
Because,
So everybody else was doing that while I seduced the hell out of the captain of the ship that we were looting.
I seem to remember he got a 17 on his vigor roll for that particular endeavor. So.
I was inspiring.
Apparently so.
Or he'd been on ship way too long.
Maybe he got tired of the cabin boy. I don't know.
No, I would.
So the hand-drawn map or chart was for an archipelago of 13 islands and something related to Captain Santiago, and none of us made lore checks that got us any more information. Tortuga is run by the Venable family. Allegra's in charge. She likes us, however, so she gave us a good deal. And I've got the numbers broken down, but we didn't actually do the math on how much money each person got.
Right.
And we pretty much stopped there with us deciding how we were going to go blow our money on shore.
Right.
Also, we had a shenanigan plan because we were going to...
I will warn you, it's stronger than it was before.
That's why I'm only pouring that much.
Just to the teeth.
Exactly, just above the teeth.
we had a
totally what I
shenanigan
said.
plan. We were going to... Because one of the things we'd found on the ship was that the Spanish were getting ready to invade the...
British colonies.
The British colonies.
Oh, that's right. There it is.
Yes.
To attack the British colonies, and so we were going to try to tell the Spanish, haha, no, you're not ready, but we're going to just mess with that report, and we were going to try to also tip off the British, because outright war is bad for business. It brings too many heavy class ships into the area, and it's harder for us to get away with things.
Yes.
How's the taste tonight?
I will not
good.
get scurvy.
Whole extra lime.
I love it.
Whole extra lime, more rum, and more sugar.
So basically less water.
Well, yeah, less water. Fish through in it. I love
Is
it.
the flavor good, though?
Oh, it's
yes.
wonderful.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay.
Are you still mad at how good it is?
I'm always mad at how good it is. That's my secret.
If the rum level went any higher, I wouldn't be stealing it from him. As it is, it's right on the edge of what I'm happy with, because I'm a person who doesn't like alcohol.
You haven't had this.
I have not.
It's lovely.
Our grog brings all the
Sláinte.
boys to the yard. So yeah, we were starting to spread shenanigan rumors. If we could make the contacts in... oh yes, of course, the tavern's called the Cock and Bull.
Yes. Cock and Bull Tavern. Yes.
Of course it is. And I went in...
And that's where you went.
Yes, I went into the tavern looking for a game, essentially. I'll start it if necessary, but...
That's okay. Let's see here. So, the first thing we need to do is a little bit of math.
Hang on 1 second.
Uh-oh.
There may be a stream issue.
Oh, dear.
I promise I didn't touch anything.
I didn't know it.
See, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
Oh, okay. Continue. It's apparently a Twitch beta thing. People have to refresh it.
Oh, goody.
Okay, good.
It's not us.
It's
So, by the articles of Captain Black,
Yes.
the captain gets 1.5 shares. Basically, officers get 1.25 shares. Everybody else gets 1 share. So, I'm going to let you guys sort that out. You have 350 pieces after expenses. That's for repairs and whatnot. That does not include provisioning.
Okay.
Because provisioning turns out is ridiculously expensive.
Oh, yeah.
You have 22 souls afloat.
What I have down is 25% of the take goes to ship needs. Which
Right.
I
There
assume
was
that-
700
Yeah.
pieces in the take.
Yes.
Which may have been light money-wise for a take. I've been trying to figure out exactly what a take should be money-wise. But the book doesn't really go into that
course not.
particularly. They do spend a bit of time on the expenses, but they don't talk about how, a take. They do say that provisions for a crew of 8 should run about 600 pieces of 8 for a month.
Okay.
Provisions for a crew of 8.
Yeah.
600 for a month, and
Yeah.
we've got 3 times that many.
You've got 3 times that many, but I'm going to say you've got some in hold,
Okay.
which I'm kind of fiddling with the rules a little bit here because the book also says that 1 month's provisions for the crew takes 1 hold, takes 1 spot
Of course it
of
does.
the hold,
And we've got 8.
and you've got 8.
I mean, food does take up a lot of space, especially because we have to carry water. But
Okay, we've got captain, quartermaster, first mate. Other officers would be
The doctor.
I'm a officer. Cool.
doctor,
That's it. That's it.
sailing
for,
master. No, sailing master isn't an officer. Sailing master is a like a petty off. It's a
Yeah.
non-com.
Yeah. So those 3.
Carpenters usually, but I'm not a carpenter. I'm a carpenter's
Right,
mate.
you're a carpenter's mate, so you're one.
Yeah.
You're,
No,
one.
but do we?
By
But if
theory, would we
but
have a
theoretically
carpenter?
there we have a carpenter, right?
Right. Yes.
But that might not be an officer position.
I'm going to go with those 3,
Okay.
and if we decide later that it's different, we can change it. But for this
They
time,
were actually specifically listed in the articles. I remember that. I have to just find them.
that's fine.
I believe the carpenter was listed.
The carpenter.
I
I
think it
believe
was,
you're right.
yeah.
I believe you're right. The carpenter was in fact listed.
I actually thought the doctor was not listed, which is why I was surprised.
Okay. That's fine. We will go with the articles of Captain Black.
Master or captain? No, I'm sorry. Master, carpenter. So that's sailing master. Carpenter, bosun, and gunner. Those are the 4 officers.
So not quartermaster?
I think we need to add the
master.
quartermaster.
The master.
Oh, yeah, they're probably the quartermaster.
Yeah,
You're
master.
right. Sorry. Okay, so quartermaster, carpenter, bosun, and gunner.
Okay.
So first mate is not an officer, which actually makes sense.
Should be, but she's also the bosun. So
She's also the bosun, so she's an officer
She's
there.
still covered.
Okay.
so
So you paid per office or paid per person?
per person.
Okay, good.
Okay. So I'll let you do the math on that and
Yeah, I'll
figure
take
out.
care of it.
And for this time, we will say that you have purchased your provisions.
Okay.
Okay. Moving forward, we'll have to. It'll cost more, but you'll get more pieces for your
For the
hulls.
hull, okay.
For your hulls. It's just
Yeah, I'm with you.
figuring things out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Math is hard.
I got it.
Not really.
Calculation, it's something I can do.
Okay. Cool. So at the moment, you are in port at Tortuga. Your cargo has been offloaded. You have been paid for it. And I believe most of you were headed to a night of carouse.
I'd say that's a fair assumption.
After that,
We wanted to figure out if there's a way we could get tip off the British.
Right.
right.
But this is our first night back in port. We might
Right.
as well enjoy ourselves. Like we wait
But
till
he
the
said
morning.
after that, so
Oh, okay.
after a night of shenanigans. Yeah, I think my plan was to see if I could find any books at. I'm going to assume there's not a proper bookstore because it's Tortuga, but there is probably some kind of marketplace where I might have a stand or two which would potentially have books.
So I'm going to do what I always do in this situation. Would you like there to be?
I would like there to be books or scientific treaties because that's my groove.
Okay. There is absolutely a bookstore. Why someone opened a bookstore in Tortuga? I don't know. Because,
That's their retirement thing.
and I think and it is run by a one-eyed, one-legged retired pirate who needs a name.
Lucky Jack.
Lucky Jack, I like it. I like it. And the the bookstore is actually named sideways in a sideways sort of fashion after his constant companion, his parrot, because all the other pirates that he was on the ship with, he kept gathering up all these books and stowing them away, and then when they'd get back to Tortuga, instead of selling them, he'd like stow them away and had somewhere in town where he kept them. But his shipmates kept telling him that those weren't worth parrot droppings. So the name of the bookstore is the Parrot Droppings.
There we go. How do you literally divide pieces of 8 by cutting them into as much as 8 pieces, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. No, that.
Yep. So you have a bookstore,
Right.
and Lucky Jack is there, and Lucky Jack, like I said, he's a grizzled old retired pirate with a peg leg and an eye patch.
That means if he was on a good ship, he retired with really good benefits.
Between what he was paid when he retired and what he had squirreled away, yeah, he does all right by himself. So tell me, have you seen the upstairs of the bookshop? Because that's where his quarters are.
I think part of the reason he's actually called Lucky Jack is because he's lucky with the boys. So she tried, but it didn't work.
Oh, okay. Okay.
However, as somebody who actually enjoys books, she has more respect that way.
Okay, that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that whatsoever.
He
Cool.
might have seen upstairs if he ever goes in a bookshop.
I'm too pretty to read. Reading gives you wrinkles.
That's what happened to me.
He's really only 37.
What? I'm 22. I grew up outside Cambridge.
Oh my. We're going to come back to you at the bookstore in just a minute. Okay?
All right.
Because I wanted to talk about a couple of housekeeping things real quick.
Yep.
I meant to do this when we first started, but I got sidetracked because, squirrel. Bennies. And help a player bennies. Okay? Help a player is still a benny. Okay? You do not get to keep bennies past this game session. Okay? So if you have more than 3 bennies at the end of a game session, you lose anything above 3. Okay? Now I realize that we have short game sessions. I'm going to try to up the ante a bit.
All right.
On that. Okay? We'll start that momentarily. But you, if you don't spend them, you lose them. Okay?
Cool.
Particularly help player bennies, because I want you to spend them during the game session when they were awarded to you, when they were given to you, because the fan deserves to get to see them in action.
Yep.
So
That's fair.
Okay. Only one other bit of administrivia. After this game session, advance.
Yay!
Okay.
The hard part.
Okay.
Got here just in time for treasure.
All right, I got the math done.
Okay.
All right, officers, which is the quartermaster, the bosun, the carpenter, and the gunner. So you, basically. And Gina's
Zyda.
Zyda. Get 18 and 5/8 pieces of 8.
Okay.
Non-officers get 14 and 7/8 pieces of 8.
That still doesn't suck.
Doesn't
No,
suck.
I'll take
Doesn't
it.
suck. And the captain gets 22 3/8 pieces of 8, with a remainder of 2/8 pieces of 8
Okay.
to go back into the ship stores. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
It goes in-
There's like a tiny little remainder.
Captain Black keeps a ship's coffer
Right.
of treasure. No one actually knows where it is on the ship.
Probably for the
I've
best.
looked.
Sure.
I haven't found, but I've looked.
Where he keeps it is probably the subject of great debate. At night, over rum and dice.
Your roots are showing.
I know. This wig is not like me today.
That week.
Of course not.
I always thought he was a Tory.
Wow.
Okay, so you take off on your night of carouse. You go to the bookstore. Where's Elliot going?
Oh, I'm going to the Cock and Bulls for sure.
Sure.
I just got paid. I want to see who's there. If I can, find anybody interesting to spend the night with, or like Gwen does.
Absolutely.
I'm looking for more like 4 or 5 to
Well,
spend the night with, but we
it's a
won't
long
be
night.
we won't be sleeping. We'll be playing dice and cards.
Are you going to get to use your sexy dice? Lick where? What does that say?
Massage piglet.
There's my X card. So, the cruise of
Other cards.
the Sea Sprite and the
Tiger.
Tiger, thank you. And I was like, I knew I heard it, and my brain was going, no, just no. Are in port as well.
Right.
So, do you have any special friends?
I might. I
on-
think I've made acquaintance with a few of the men on both crews. I probably am rather familiar with the quartermaster of the Tiger, actually.
Cool. What is his name?
Griffin.
Oh yeah, thank you. Because
Okay,
he got a name because he is actually in command of the Tiger right now.
That's right.
Yeah. So cool. So Griffin is in the Cock and Bull, and
Sweet. I will. Is he at the bar? Is he at one of the tables?
he's at a table, and as you walk in and look around and you see him, you see one of his crewmen go run off.
Okay.
Not like run off on an errand
Okay.
or something. Not like run off in terror or something like that.
Well, that's good. Okay. I will make my way to the bar, but make
Yeah.
sure to pass by his table.
You're letting him check out your ass, aren't you?
Gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, he does.
Still got it.
Never lost it. All right, cool. I will go to the bar, order a drink, and wait and see if he approaches.
Which he does. He absolutely does.
It's good to see you, Griffin.
Good to see you, mate.
How was your haul?
We did well. Still need a bigger ship. You've got the luck on that one, mate.
I lucked into the Siren Song pretty early. I'm not going to give her up anytime soon.
Well, true as that be. I'm in command now.
I heard.
The Tiger's mine.
Command suits you.
Thank you, lad. How'd you do?
Oh, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We couldn't complain.
Did you have any trouble with the Spanish?
Oh, we encountered one Spanish ship. We managed to avoid her. It was nothing really to write home about. What about you? They seem to be popular in our waters.
Seeing a
more
lot
than
of white
usual.
and red sails out there.
Yeah, it's a little uncomfortable, isn't it?
Aye. But, no risk, no reward.
I couldn't agree more. Care for another drink?
Always.
I will buy him a drink.
He will happily accept that.
2 drink minimum.
It's like you know me.
2 drink minimum to ride this ride?
Yes, but it's not clear who has to drink them.
Collective.
Depends on the person.
It depends on the person, but I don't think Griffin is opposed to this plan in any shape, form, or variety.
Great.
You know.
Yeah. I'll converse, casual converse.
Yeah.
And for a couple, more minutes, and then I will
Compliment his boots.
possibly, maybe, they might look better on the floor of my cabin.
Nice shoes.
Got a cabin. Oh, fancy. I've got a cabin.
Yeah, he's totally down with that plan.
All right, cool.
So you can easily find lodgings either in the Cock and Bull or there are a number of basically hostels.
Okay.
Where you can get,
let's do the Cock and Bull.
Okay.
Let's do the Cock and Bull.
I thought that was your plan all along, was to do the Cock and Bull.
Well, first one, then the other. There's an order to these things.
Got it.
Yeah, and that's my night. What are you guys doing?
Cool. So, I will tell you already that night is going to turn out favorably for you.
That's good.
Roll for vigor.
Give him a white die.
Yeah. You thought the Dutch captain was vigorous?
Oh my.
22.
Yes.
You can't walk.
Or he can't walk.
Neither one can walk.
Los dos.
How flexible.
Gauntlet is thrown.
But does she even know?
Oh, she will. Come morning.
Actually, everyone downstairs knows. We can all hear it.
Within a block.
Just throws open the window. You're next! 22! Beat that!
And from the
Now serving.
and from the bookstore, you hear a voice go, "That still only counts as one."
I will take that victory sip.
No. What I say is, challenge accepted.
Okay. So you were going looking for victims, I believe.
Enterprising people who feel lucky. Not that lucky, but
You can find
shuffling a deck of cards.
I'm curious though. Do you have a reputation as a gambler?
I don't know that I've spent much time in Tortuga. I've only been on ship for barely a year.
Okay.
So I don't know how much time I've actually spent in Tortuga.
Okay.
On ship, yes.
Okay. That's fine.
But I,
We only have a fame of 2.
right, I only have a fame
Right.
of 2, so yeah.
So you're looking for 4?
I'm willing to play dice or cards.
Sure. What you're gonna do is you're gonna roll your gambling skill.
Okay.
But let's we'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
So yeah, you find 4 pirates. Your typical seaman types, and they are playing cards.
So they're already in an established game.
Yeah, they have
Okay.
a 4-person table going. They've got they could have take another person.
Sure. Okay. I just whose cards
for
am I
one
playing
more.
with is the question. I'm playing with their cards. Okay.
You're playing
that's
with their cards.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I'd like to take a read on the group.
Okay.
How forgiving do these folk look?
Forgiving as in if they catch you cheating?
Well, sure, that would be one possible reason why they might need to forgive me.
Okay. Or how they're going to take it if you beat them?
Also that.
Also that. Okay.
How badly can I beat them?
Okay. Let's do this. Let's roll your gambling skill.
Okay, not notice. Okay,
Nope.
that's fine. Yeah, sure.
Because this is your assessment of their gambling skill and
Sure.
things like that.
Okay.
You're deciding if you're going to take a gamble on them.
Yep. See, when I play cards, it's not gambling.
Payment.
That's a 5.
Okay. Do you want to? Are you comfortable with that, or do you want to re-roll?
Ooh, it is a pretty noise.
I will. That's a 10.
Okay.
So
Are you happy with that?
Yes, I am happier with that. That's at least a raise. So yeah.
Well, no, it's an opposed roll against them.
Oh, it's an opposed roll against them. Gotcha.
I've already rolled from them.
Gotcha. No, I'm good with that. I'm good with the 10.
Okay.
Just to assess. All I'm doing here is assessing
Okay.
their
Sure.
play level. Do I play? Yeah. Do I play? How straight do I play this? Yeah.
One of them, the one who apparently provided the cards for the game, is obviously a player of more skill
He's sitting on a tall stack.
than the others. Yeah. And they seem pretty jovial about it. You know, even the ones that are down don't seem like they're too awfully bent about that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Fellas,
They look
Yeah.
up.
you have room for one more. As I sort of weigh the purse of
Bag of coin
in my hand. Do you have room for one more?
Buy-in's quarter piece.
I set down 3 pieces.
Pleasure to meet you, mate.
Name's
Name's
Doug
Cole.
Blevins. Shall we?
By all means.
What game are we playing? Stud, draw.
We'll go draw.
I think somebody else played stud.
Yep.
In spades.
But not hearts?
Well, not yet.
He's lucky, diamonds.
Okay. What we will do is we will make this a dramatic task
Okay.
with the gambling skill.
Okay.
You need 5 successes
Okay.
in 5 rounds.
In 5 rounds. Okay.
Okay?
And a raise would therefore count as 2. The initial success plus.
Yeah. Every
Are these contested?
no.
Okay.
This is just you rolling
Straight.
Hold on.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's right. Yes, there are cards involved.
There are cards involved.
Yes, there are. Absolutely.
Speaking of spades and diamonds.
Speaking
and hearts.
of we're playing cards. Of course, there's cards involved. Yes.
Right. And it's your gambling skill -2.
Minus. Because I don't know the players.
No, because this is standard difficulty
Oh, okay.
for a dramatic task.
Okay.
But it might change depending on what card gets drawn. Correct?
Yep.
Yeah, if I get a joker.
Well, great God of gravy. Okay, you have spade.
All right.
So you're doing the -2.
That's a 4. That's a single success. We'll start with that.
-2.
Oh, no, it's not. Let's try that again. That's a 6, so that is a success.
Okay.
Okay, so we're good from there for now.
No, that's totally fine.
On the fifth
so
roll.
tell me how that hand plays.
So, I managed to pick up 3 of a kind,
Okay.
and I realized that the closest anybody else has got is 2 pair.
Okay.
And so I slow play it.
Okay. Cool. See about the next round. Ooh, spades again.
All right. Ooh. It's getting expensive.
Told you I was going to start
yeah,
taking away
no,
from you.
I've got how many more rounds?
3 after this.
I lost this hand.
Okay. Okay. Hearts.
Have to get the right dice.
The problem is using dice to play a card game.
I know, right?
Kind of like bringing Fun Dip to a knife fight.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I lost that hand.
Okay.
Maybe you should play better.
Yeah. I'd like to can I no, I probably can't. Insert a read on my opponents.
To do what?
To try to bluff.
To try to improve your chances?
Yeah, improve my chances, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah. You can do a... I'll tell you what, you can do a persuasion. Or something similar.
Call a lifeline.
I want to do a cold read on the tall stack.
Okay.
Just anything he's been talking about, and sort of try to elicit a
Like
response.
No,
Not like that, but listening in on their conversation and the ships they were talking about, and they're obviously not all from the same ship,
Right.
and sort of try to get some rivalry going between them,
Okay.
so that they're less focused on me and they're focused on each other.
Okay. When you're trying to read them,
Yeah,
I would have you roll notice.
yeah,
But if you're trying to manipulate them to do something else,
yeah.
that's persuasion. Which
So
you can roll a D4 minus 2 if you don't have persuasion.
I don't.
So you can roll a D4 minus 2.
You're
And-
gonna be lucky, because we just got a raid of people from the Exploding Dice channel. Gotta do it, man. Gotta make it happen.
We get any help from those players, those people?
Nope.
Well, that's yeah.
Explode!
Do the thing.
That's a 5. That's a 3. It's only a 3.
So
That didn't work so well.
So, I think that they are. Do you want to stand on that, or do you want to re-roll? Because you can spend a penny and re-roll.
Oh, I have one penny left. I've got more rolls to do on this gambling challenge first.
It's true.
So I'm gonna stand on that.
Okay. So they appear to be falling for your bait and going against each other,
Yeah, but
but they're really actually working together.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So the net result of that is that the rest of the rolls in this challenge are at -4.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
But now you know they're working against you.
That doesn't help.
Heart.
This is
at
four-
least.
this is the fourth
This is
round?
the 4th round.
I've only gotten one success so far.
You've only gotten one success so far.
Yikes. That's 2 1s. That's my last penny. Come on, chat room, help me out.
Lucky.
That's a 6. That's an 8, which is a 4.
That's
One success.
Okay, so you have
One
2
success.
successes.
2 successes
You need to get 3 successes
on this next
round.
one. Oh yeah, that with no bennies left. Yeah. No.
Pretty fine.
And you got a club. which means something else goes wrong in this hand. What is it? What is the thing that goes wrong here for you?
The dealer deals me 6 cards.
Okay.
And it sort of puts everybody on edge, like, hey, wait, who's cheating? What are you trying to... Because they don't realize that he dealt me 6 cards, so they think I pulled one, like...
From somewhere.
I didn't.
Right.
But, now, whether it was intentional or they stuck together, I don't know. But
well, I'll tell you what, we're going to stop right there
Okay.
with that.
All right.
Okay? You're going to make your roll at -6.
-6, jeez.
Hold on. Oh. Help a player from Vampire 54. For better rolls, Juju.
Okay?
Somebody believes in you.
Now,
Would be a vampire.
the ramifications of that
Yeah.
are going to depend on this roll.
Yeah. Regardless of whether I...
Well, of how
How the final result.
Gotcha.
how the
Okay.
final result plays out.
You getting shanked?
Oh yeah, he's good.
Oh,
So, no. That
last roll was better.
last roll was better, but it was still a -2.
The huge manatee.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Wasn't me. That wasn't me.
because you lost, they don't think that it was you cheating, because obviously why would you cheat and hurt yourself?
Right, yeah.
Okay, why would you do that? That doesn't make sense. Obviously it was just a mistake. Things happen. So on that score, they're cool.
I never cheat. I hardly ever
How
do.
much?
And
How
I
much
promise
did
to
you?
lose for at
How
least
much
an
did you
hour.
bet? You put down 3 pieces to begin with. How much did you bet? Did you end up betting?
Well, I won that first hand, which probably got me up to maybe 3.5 total. But I'm probably down to. I won one other hand.
You lost. I'm going to tell you flatly already. You've lost the ones that were on the table.
Oh, the 3
The
that I
3 that
put
were on the
Okay.
table. Plus, there's going to be some more involved.
Probably another 2.
Okay, so that's 5
Yes.
total. Okay, your total losses tonight, 8 pieces. Because of the club.
So my purse feels lighter than it should.
Your purse feels lighter than you're happy with. But they're very happy with you. They'd be more than happy to play again. They'd be more than happy
Cards
to play
are not
again.
really my game. I'm much better with the throwing the bones.
Are you sure about that? Love you, mean it.
Thank you.
Okay. So, Mr. Wilkins,
Yeah.
what are you doing now that you're in port?
Drinking on the ship.
Drinking on the ship. Okay, you can do that.
I send somebody to go get more booze with my shares.
Okay. They will come back with a hefty cask of fine dark rum.
It's a good night.
Wait, we can do it for real.
Classy. That's a glassy squeak.
The captain is, as is his.
I'd only leave
Practice.
the ship if the captain leaves the ship.
Okay, he's not leaving the ship. He's in his cabin and has other entertainments
Brought to him.
brought to him because he's Captain Black. But he very specifically told you that you have the night off,
I know.
and
But I don't leave the ship.
but you don't leave the ship. That's fine. I am totally.
We are very loyal to our captain.
Oh yeah, yeah. And it's a thing that Captain Black really never speaks particularly. He just kind of indicates a thing with a wave of a hand, and somebody else gives the orders. Because he's Captain Black. He's far too cool to
What, he's Captain Black Bolt?
He's so cool.
Just to make him stub his
face.
toe.
He's so cool. We never even see his face. Just the wind running through his cloak.
Oh, yeah.
And the feathers in his hat.
Right.
Close up on his shoes as he walks across the boards.
When he sleeps, it's just his hat.
If he sleeps.
Oh, he does. I've been there. I've seen things
do you watch
no
him
one ever sees.
Do you watch him sleep?
The inhumanity of that cabin is rivaled only by the inhumanity of my gut.
Do you hotbox the captain?
I do not.
Do you touch oven the captain?
Sometimes he leaves the ship and tells me I don't have to go with him, so he has a privy of his own. It's amazing.
Okay.
So much.
While you're on deck, okay, getting pickled.
Yeah.
You see another ship, another pirate ship, come in limping into port. Her sails are tattered, and she's listing. And you recognize this ship as the Myrmidon. And the Myrmidon is noted for her fighting ability.
Makes sense.
I think she's probably the same size as the Siren. But her reputation is having taken on much bigger ships and successfully defeated them and whatnot. But she looks like she has taken a beating.
It's a bad day for somebody. I'll remember, though, and I'll tell him if he needs some more work before we leave port.
Okay.
Since I just have a sense that he needs money.
Yeah. you know that he tends to
I
fritter
smell loss on the wind.
He tends to fritter it away. So, bookstore. Lucky Jack is there, and Lucky Jack, I think there's this kind of dichotomy in his appearance, because it's a grizzled old pirate with an eye patch and one eye, but little spectacles perched on his nose.
A little pince nez.
Kind of. He looks up and says, Doctor, it's good to see you.
Have you gotten anything new in on anatomy?
Let's find out.
Since yesterday.
Let's find out. Let's put some dice down.
All right. What dice am I throwing for his?
This is going to... I think we just do streetwise.
Straight which?
Streetwise.
Streetwise. All right. I think I have some of that. Just barely. I do. I have a whole 1 dot in that.
D4.
You have a D4, but it's not a D4 minus 2, so there we go.
Sure, rub it in.
That's an exploding 4.
Yes, it is. So 6.
As it happens, yes. Hi, I do. And he goes over and starts digging through a stack of books, and he pulls out a volume of... it doesn't have a title on it, because they didn't actually do titles on the covers of books.
Well, you were buying your books. You were buying the books, and then you would pay to get them bound elsewhere too, because it had to match your library.
This is bound.
Of course it is.
This is bound. And book binding is actually an amazing process, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it is, when you open it up and start looking through it, it is written by a Dutch physician artist, and it's heavily illustrated, and it is a result of a somewhat barbaric and questionable practice where the physician has dissected cadavers. And so this book is actually denounced by the Catholic Church as an evil thing.
This pleases me.
But it has very detailed drawings in it. That So is this to your liking?
This would be a thing of great use to me if I can afford it.
20 pieces.
Ship's take wasn't that good.
Do you have anything in barter?
I actually had yelled at the crew to grab all the books for me too.
Mm-hmm.
Did they bring any books off of that ship we just looted? The charts we're keeping, obviously.
Right.
The
Right.
charts and the maps.
Right. But there were also, I think there were also some books. I think we said there were books.
Yep.
There
Yeah,
were
we
some
did.
books in the take.
A copy of Don Quixote.
No, he was Dutch.
The ship
That-
was Dutch.
The book's been around for 100 years.
I'm going to say that there were 6 volumes of different types. Nothing of interest to a physician.
And also, I mean, we had, 2 weeks before we got into port? I probably read them.
Right. There was one book of erotic poetry from France.
That's inspiring.
It was old hat.
Like, yeah, did that.
I invented that.
They should name that one after me.
Oh, that one is written about me. No, look at the name.
How pedestrian.
That one's got
Get my
boring.
licensing fee for this. I didn't give any permission for this to be published.
But I think he would take those 6 volumes in trade for this one. There's not a whole lot of people who buy it. It's just really rare.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think he would take those 6 volumes in trade.
I will happily trade them for something that is of use to me.
Okay. Done and done.
Because that will justify me buying up my healing skill later if I want to.
Sure.
Or my knowledge science.
Absolutely. Okay, so cool. As you're coming out of the bookshop, you see that there's another ship has made dock. Okay, because you're not so much in the sailing part of things, you're like cook, doctor.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily right off recognize the ship, but even you can see that this ship has taken a beating.
Okay.
And from where you are, you can see that there are a number of crewmen with pretty hateful injuries. Like limbs gone, things like that. So that's...
I will actually... I will swing by my ship and pick up my medical equipment,
okay.
and I will go over to their ship and ask if they have anybody who needs further tending.
Everybody, Doc. Our physician was killed in the...
Well, I know what I'm doing tonight, then.
Okay. So...
And I will also try to find out what happened,
Sure.
because I'm sure they'll tell me.
We'll get to that
All right.
in a second. But because apparently it is the night for dramatic tasks,
All right?
this is going to be a dramatic task using your healing skill.
One of those, and one of those.
And you need to save to tend to all of the crew.
Okay.
Okay, you need 5 successes in 5 rounds.
Okay.
Okay, less than that, you're going to lose some. They will succumb to their wounds. Okay,
Okay.
does that seem reasonable?
Seems reasonable, and I'll be really impressed if I save all of them, to be honest.
Okay.
Because gangrene is nasty.
Yeah, gangrene sucks.
Well, you save them all for now.
Okay. Well, you have a heart.
Okay.
Clearly, since you went over to tend to them, so so you're gonna
She's
roll.
the Queen of Hearts, in fact.
So you're gonna roll healing -2.
So -2, but I have a +2, so it's a straight.
It's a flat roll.
All right. Flat roll then.
Not so much of a good flat roll.
We're going to do better than that, though.
I believe in you.
Can you behave or I'm switching dice?
That's exploding 10.
That's a 10, yeah.
Okay.
That's a 5.
So that would be starting with a 15.
Okay, so that's a
2 raises.
well, it's 3 successes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 3 successes. It's a good start.
Okay. They started me with the easy cases.
Another heart.
Right.
It's called triage.
Yeah.
That's
the
a
guy
6.
that had like a
6.
bloody nose.
I recognize that as a 6. That's
8.
an 8.
Okay.
That would be.
So that's 2 more successes.
Yeah.
So with ease, you are able to tend to their wounded. Obviously, you can't restore lost limbs,
a
but you
specialist
can
like that.
make it so they're not going to die.
I don't have a D10. In
The ones who were going to
that
die
in my
already
skills.
did.
Yeah, the ones who are going to die
skills.
probably died before they even got here.
my attributes, but not my
But
Clean up the amputation so that they can actually
Save their
get
element.
peg legs and such.
I'll tell you what.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Let's do the you've already succeeded at the
Okay.
task, but let's
Fix
do
the
the
ship.
next 3
Got a D10
rounds.
for that.
Okay.
And every success you get is
my
going to be a
8,
piece of
sorry,
information
fighting
that you're
and
going to get.
frustrating.
All right, because I would actually, to distract them from the horrific pain that goes with medical treatment in this time period,
Yeah.
be asking them to tell me what
Yeah,
happened.
no antiseptic, no anesthesia.
Yeah. It's like I might have actually figured out that if I throw, undiluted rum on things, it helps cut down on infection. I don't know. I have some good stats, but that
There's one
burns
way.
like a bitch.
Well,
to
I don't
do
know.
it.
By this time, they had laudanum, I think.
No, that was later.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't have access. They didn't
But
have.
they didn't
have ether. I know that.
have ether.
Yeah.
But
The alcohol.
They didn't have reliable access to laudanum. It was
The
still,
opium wars hadn't
That's
really
fair.
started yet.
Yeah.
that's fair. Okay, so a heart.
Okay.
Do you want to re-roll?
I'm going to let it stand because I did already succeed.
Okay.
So.
That's fine.
Oh, and I'm going to let it stand.
A club. So on this roll, I think you had a patient that was in enormous distress.
Okay.
This is going to make it harder to get information.
Okay.
So you're going to make this roll at -2.
Okay.
Actually, -2.
Actually, -2. All right.
Net.
Just realized if I'm trying to get information, maybe I should be adding my charisma.
Nope.
Okay.
Because the task was
Okay.
for your healing
Okay.
skill.
All right.
Well, and they're all like screaming and shit.
Yeah.
So, like, even if you're all like, hey.
I don't like that. I am going to.
That was a 5 and a
I have a lot of these. I'm going to spend another one
Yeah, go for it.
because I'm at a -2 now. Actual -2.
yes.
Is that a 7?
It's a 7.
All right, I'll take the 7 because that gives me 5.
Okay.
So,
That's a success.
so that's one success.
Okay. And a diamond.
Okay.
Three and a 2.
Spend them.
Started with 6. They need to go away.
That's an 8.
All right, so that's 6 then. So one success.
Okay, so you have 2 additional successes.
Okay.
No, it was that's a straight roll.
Yeah, because it was a diamond, so
It wa-
2 successes.
It's 2 successes on that one.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
you're right.
3 successes total.
3 successes total.
3 successes total. That's fine. So step off of the cable for your microphone, Jason. So
It's like a whammy pedal for your voice.
they were attacked by a Spanish man of war.
Ooh.
But before they were attacked, I mean, as this man of war was closing with them, they could hear someone. They presume the captain. They don't know that to be fact, but that's their presumption. Was yelling for them to surrender the chart and the letters. And they don't know what that's about.
They heard the other ship's captain.
The other ship's captain. Okay. And that this Spanish man of war is still hunting for this chart and these letters. Okay, so that's what you found out. You can do with that as you please. Alrighty. I don't think we need to.
No, I'm fine.
To go into any more detail about
We're good
that.
there.
I think there's probably just like the shadowy, dark room shot with lumpy bed.
Naturally.
Moving.
Like the Top Gun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I got a
Blue
real Top
light.
Gun.
Like, you don't even know how pirates came up with a blue light, but it's shining in the window.
You don't know. What's the moon? It's the moon.
There you go. It's the moonlight.
Oh,
Moon
fair
reflecting
The
enough.
off
moon
the water.
curtains. Like.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Moon, moonlight refracted off of Venus onto some swamp gas.
Oh, Venus. Okay, yeah.
Other end of the alphabet, man. Other end of the alphabet.
So, are you going to do anything? The doc came in, ran up on the ship, grabbed her medical kit, and ran off again and went over
when?
to where they docked.
As she's going
The
back
Myrmidon?
down the ramp, I go, evening.
That worked.
I'll make my hangover cure in the morning.
My life is the hangover.
The eternal hangover.
That's my secret. I'm always hungover.
Fair play. Fair play. Okay. So, back to you. You lost some money.
Yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that.
Mm.
I'm gonna go looking for a dice game.
Okay. Streetwise.
I have that, sort of.
Have you checked the sewers?
I hear you can find real
And
good
since this
craft
is
games down
Tortuga,
there.
it's going to be a flat streetwise roll.
Damn, he knows these streets.
That's a 17 on a D4.
As you do.
And that's why I love Savage Worlds.
You absolutely find a dice game. Not only do you find a dice game, but because of your spectacular streetwise roll, you're able to find one with some players with significant amount of coin
And significant amount of intoxication.
and a significant amount of intoxication, which means that the standard difficulty for this dramatic task is going to be flat roll.
Nice. What did their dice look like? Do they look like mine?
As in,
All of my dice look the same.
right?
Do their dice look like my dice?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Well, you're asking if could you swap your dice for their dice? Given the number of raises that you got on that roll, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
They actually don't look the same. These guys are drunk.
Okay, then I need
It's actually
to.
D6s versus a D12. I mean,
That dice is awful lumpy.
It's really awkward when you're playing a D20 game and you accidentally picked up the D12.
Or an icosahedral D10. Those are really annoying. Why they exist is annoying.
well, it's funny, most D20 games,
Where's
I only
the-
use the D12 to actually throw at people when they're being obnoxious, because no one actually ever touched the D12 in a D20 game.
Sorry to listeners.
It's okay.
Sorry, I'm looking up the exact what the gear miscellaneous good 62. Thank you.
Nice. Weighted.
Thank you. Yes, doesn't actually say what the advantage of them is. Oh, there it is. +1 to gambling. There we go.
Okay.
That's what the advantage of them is.
So you see them throwing dice. I think they're probably in a back room of the Cock and Bulls.
Sure.
It's really noisy upstairs,
Yeah.
right overhead.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. That's all right. It's distracting them, not me.
fair enough. Fair enough.
So yeah, I'll actually make the first roll with their dice. Yes.
So you're walking up to them
Yeah.
playing, right? So they look up, see you as you. You care to play, mate?
Is anyone's coin good here?
Sure.
Chink, chink, chink. I'll start with their dice.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. I don't have that many.
So you get
One isn't going to do a lot.
No, exactly right.
So you get a diamond.
Okay, so this is just a flat roll.
I love these cards.
They're so
Awesome, yeah.
cool.
Hold to the here. Oh yeah, there is a camera there. I was going to say for this one, but
Cool.
so yeah, I'll start with their dice. So
Okay.
this is a flat roll. That's an explosion.
The ocho.
That's a 9.
Plus one for your...
No,
that's
no,
right, not using
this
your
is on their
Sorry.
dice. So that's a 9, so that's 2 successes.
Okay.
So I got 7 right off the bat, and then I got another 7.
Luck favors you, mate.
Well, I still have a way bit to go to make up for my losses inside. You know what they say? Lucky at cards, unlucky at women.
He's trying to puzzle that one together. Sure, mate. Whatever you say. How much are you betting?
2 slivers per roll. So I've made 2 rolls. So that would be 4 slivers.
So you're okay. So you're up. So you're
bit.
up 4.
Up 4, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm up a full piece.
So okay. Okay.
All right, so now I switch to my dice.
Okay. So now you're plus 1. Since you're switching
Yeah,
dice,
sort of a.
right?
Somebody doesn't notice.
I think you're going to need to give me a sleight of hand roll.
I don't have sleight of hand. Why did I not take sleight of hand?
Hey, fortunately, we're getting a raise at the end of this session.
Hold on.
Can I make it a straight agility?
You jump up and do a somersault and go, ha ha, I'm winning!
How'd you know I wanted to use my perform check?
Can I use one of my successes from the last one to sort of
Just a nice
disguise my...
cartwheel
No.
while
No,
playing
okay.
dice.
Come on.
What are you looking for?
Faster iPad?
I meant, do you need the book?
No, I don't need that book.
Okay. I don't have the other book with me.
I do, but this is faster.
Really?
Theoretically.
I mean...
Well,
sort of I pick up with this hand and...
right. Well, here's hoping that's what happens.
Right, yeah. Otherwise
Oh
I'm-
no, it's happening. It's just a question of whether you get
whether I'm-
stupid about it. You're like, oh. And you roll all of them. Like, oops.
Yeah, all 6 dice.
My bad.
Worst magic trick ever.
Behold, I have multiplied your dice.
On the other hand,
Haunted dice! Haunted dice!
on the other hand, I'm doing really well at my healing checks right now. So I'm gonna carry on.
Right, great.
Well, at least one of us is lucky.
Hey,
I make my own luck. I
look
just
at
don't
how
make for
look
good
at how
luck.
well I gambled lives.
Oh.
This is why you don't play basketball.
Yeah. That's why.
Because he only has one eye, so of course his depth perception is terrible?
I have 2 eyes.
Well, why were you squinting so much?
I just have a gamey eye.
So your eye has game and the rest of you doesn't?
Oh, look. What's better? This or... You know what's about this? There's a story here. It's fascinating.
Did you play with a stick as a child?
Remember Unsolved Mysteries?
Yep.
Robert Stack stabbed me in the eye once.
Actually, what you need to roll for me is stealth.
Yeah, I don't have any of that either.
So D4 minus 2.
Oh, goody goody.
And a D6.
Yes.
Since this is a gambling situation,
yes.
okay, I will let you roll your gambling dice at minus 2.
I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll take that. That's a 5.
Okay. It's an opposed roll.
Of course it is.
But they're drunk.
Yeah.
Right, they're drunk, so they're rolling at a minus 2.
Why did they get 3 dice?
Because there are 4 of them.
Oh, fair enough.
They actually get 4 dice.
Oh, that one exploded.
Twice.
Oh. He noticed.
Okay. So you switch the dice.
Yep.
And so you're able to roll with your dice.
Okay.
You have
Oh,
attack.
yeah. So that's a 5.
Okay. So that's another success.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 3 successes total.
Yep.
So you are up 6/8.
I'm letting it ride
okay.
each time, so it's compounding.
Right. So your initial spend is 2.
Right.
2 8s rather, or quarter piece.
Yeah.
And so we've had 3. I'll worry about the math.
Worry about the math later, yeah.
Okay.
Diamond.
That's 9. No. 11.
Okay. So that's 2 more successes. So you have 5 successes.
Mm-hmm.
And that succeeds at the task.
Right.
You can let it ride
I will.
and continue and finish out the last 2 rounds, or you can stop.
I will let it ride.
Spade.
But I'm going to switch the dice back.
Okay.
If I've at least made my initial investment back, I'll switch the dice back.
Oh, you long since made your initial
Then
investment
I'm
back.
going to switch the dice back, so I'm only throwing the dice that they had
Okay.
before.
Okay. Give me another sleight of
gambling
hand.
minus-
Another
minus-
sleight of hand. Gambling minus 2.
That's a 4.
Okay. Okay.
So now the actual roll of the dice.
Yeah, nobody noticed that. Okay, and your last.
Oh no, I haven't actually rolled
Oh, yeah.
for the actual roll.
For her.
Yeah, for
Okay.
the Queen of Spades there. One. That's 22
On their dice.
on their dice. Yes,
That's
exactly.
5 more successes. Do you know how many total successes you have?
I know
So
it's 10.
2, 3. Okay, so 10. Yeah,
10 successes. One more.
another spade.
All right, and this is still with their dice.
Okay.
And that's just a 4.
Okay, so that's 11 successes total. You can figure out how many, what your winnings were on that one. And what are you gonna? And so,
So each time I bet, I get that much back, right?
yes,
It's just straight roll back.
yeah.
Okay.
So it would be 2,
4.
4, 8.
So it's 2 to the 11th, which is 20, 48 eighths.
48 eighths.
Yeah, 2048 eighths pieces of 8. Because 2 to the 10th is 1024. That one's easy.
At some
Yeah.
point, they told you couldn't keep doubling because
Because they didn't have enough. See, this is the advantage of letting it ride.
Right. And winning big.
Yeah. So at a certain point, there was a limit. Yes.
At a certain point, there was a limit,
Sure.
and I think your total limit is going to be
the bet limit.
the total limit you could get back
Right.
is going to be 50 pieces total,
Okay. I'm fine with that.
because that's
I'm
a significant
totally fine
winning.
with that.
That's a significant winning.
Yes, I'm totally fine with that. And then I will, gentlemen, I think that's what'll do me for now. Here's your dice back. It's been good to me. Perhaps it'll be good for you.
Sure.
And he's gonna look at him like, what the fuck? Especially that one guy who saw me. He's like,
who didn't see you switch them back.
I know, right?
Okay.
So plus 50.
So you're going to get him to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Don't get shanked, dude.
As you
Tip your
go.
waitress.
And then when you're done, tip her back
So
up.
what do you? So where are you going to go?
At this point, I'm going back to the ship because I've got a heavy purse.
Okay.
I need to be in friendly territory.
You are just getting to the waterfront.
I'm going to look for a shipmate to go back with me.
I'm going to go with no
Okay.
on
Never
this
mind.
one for the moment.
All right.
But as you get to the docks, you
Yeah.
see there's another ship in port, and she's obviously taking a beating. You are fairly new with the ship, so I'm going to say that you don't necessarily recognize which one of the ships this is off the bat.
I mean, unless I can see its name.
Not from where you are, I think.
Probably came in bow first, and I can't see the stern.
Right.
So
But as you're looking at that, you feel the presence of someone near you.
Obi-Wan.
okay.
And the guy from the dice game,
Mm-hmm.
or one of the guys from the dice game, has 2 mugs of rum in his hand, and he offers you one. That was good play, particularly with your own dice.
I handed back the dice. They weren't my dice.
Mate, you and I both know you switched the dice. I saw you switch the dice. You and I both know you switched the dice.
Well, if I switched the dice, then why would I give them up at the end?
Because clearly you switched them back.
Did you see me switch them back?
More to the point, though, is if I call the watch, and they come and they search you, and they find a set of loaded dice on your person, they're going to throw you in the brig until you face the captain's court. But I could easily go on my merry way too.
For how much?
Half.
10.
20.
15. And I will accept his drink. And it slipped through my fingers. Shit. I dropped it on the pier.
Oh, okay. Oh, he was going to shake you down, but he wasn't going to drug you.
Oh well.
Let's not talk about how he got on the ship in the first place.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So mark off 15.
Yep. Max 15. Yep. Fine.
Pleasure doing business with you.
What's your name?
Cole.
Cole was one of the ones
No,
I was playing.
Cole.
Call.
C-O-L-L.
Sure. Blevins. Siren song. Which should
Tiger.
be with you?
Tiger.
You're with the tiger. Heard of them. Did you have a good haul this time?
We did right well.
Did you? Well, there's nothing to complain about here.
Good. The more taxes they have to pay to ship across our ocean, the better.
Especially when we're the one collecting.
Always the best to be collected. And he's going to go on his way.
Good. And my left hand now comes out of my pocket.
He wasn't looking for a fight. He knew he had you over a barrel.
Ish. Ish.
Because, like I said, if he called the watch,
got to that point. If he got to that point.
That's fair. That is fair.
So the left hand just came out of the pocket.
Sure. Okay.
You're still going back to the ship?
Yeah, at this point I'm 50 feet from it, if that. So
You get back.
Probably a bit farther than that,
all right.
but not more than like
right,
a couple of docks down.
I'm on the pier.
Yeah, you're in the right area.
How many slips I gotta go is
Right.
immaterial.
Yeah.
But all
I'm
right,
just standing on the
standing at the
bow
taffrail.
pissing. Both
That's
hands
what
on
we
my
have.
hips.
That's what we have a head for.
I don't see the ocean complaining.
I go below, find my stuff, and stash away my
Sure.
my
You can do that.
ill-gotten winnings.
So at about this point, you're getting back from tending to the crew of the Myrmidon.
These two are on board.
Yeah.
He's,
You're coming up the gangplank. You see him on the bow. He's like, and at this point, you see Dole just kind of going and turning to head down below decks, just as you're getting to the top of the gangplank.
Can I have another one of those cards?
Other ships in bad shape.
Aye.
Do I know how many they lost before and if they still have a captain?
Their captain is still alive. They lost probably 25% of their crew. So they probably lost 5 guys and probably have a good 5 to 10 injured.
Yeah. Lost a handful. Another handful isn't going to be doing much on the ship, and a handful after that isn't in good shape either. They're going to be looking for probably replacing half what they had when they started.
Right for a buyout.
Oh yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
They've still got a captain. And they had a problem with Spaniards.
How long you figure we'd be staying in port?
Till the captain says otherwise.
Well,
That's really up to you guys to decide.
somehow we intuit what the captain wants.
Yeah. But
I think they need some help refitting.
They might.
I just have this picture of my guy as like the weird speaker for the captain. Like I come out and I have the little.
I am the mouth of Sauron.
No, you're Alan Rickman in Dogma.
Yes. Metatron.
Acts as voice of God. The Yahoo says he's talking to God, he's speaking to me, or he's talking to himself.
I think that chart we found, we need somebody to copy it.
We need someone who's good at forgery.
Damn it. I didn't
That's
take
what I
that
mean.
Oh,
You're
well,
not there.
I'm not there. I'm busy.
Yes.
Getting busy.
I have my hands full.
We,
Been busy.
Need someone to copy it,
You
so
wish
if
your hands were full.
we give it up, we don't
Right.
lose it. Because the Spanish that wrecked that other ship, they
They're
were
hunting
looking
for
for it.
I have a messed up brain sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Other times it's just non-functional.
Other times he's just thinking about how much he needs to drink or poop.
Both. At the same time.
As the case may be.
But yeah, we need to copy that.
Okay, we can jump to the next morning.
Sure. I'll stay in my hammock on ship.
Okay, that's fine. So some of the crew who probably maybe didn't perform quite so well at their duties or in the fight didn't get to go into town. They had to stay on the ship, and because you have to keep constant. Yeah, you have to keep constant watches on ship.
Yes.
Even on a pirate ship. You don't.
Especially on a pirate ship surrounded by other pirates.
You don't leave a ship unattended.
No, of course not.
That's
That's an invitation.
It's an invitation. So, anyway, not that really matters, but just there are other people on shipboard, but you crash, and you come wandering back in sometime,
Limping.
in the morning.
Bow-legged.
Walk of triumph.
I don't even say anything. I just hand you a small pile of salt.
Thanks.
I'm making hangover cures for most of the rest of the crew.
Oh yeah. So we'll just jump to the next morning. You're just getting there. Doc is like handing you like this the hangover cure in one hand, and
Much appreciated. Thanks for looking out.
Night, we're literally light.
Yeah,
One
well,
morning
you're
day
not
was
going to
Scarlet.
like what I learned.
And what's that?
Ship over there, it's all beat up.
Oh,
which
good.
you're just noticing for the first time now.
Oh yeah.
They ran into
Where'd that come
Spaniards. The captain was demanding that they hand over some charts.
Oh. That's problematic.
A chart and some letters.
Sorry, a chart and some letters. Might sound familiar.
Well, we wanted to get rid of the forged letters anyway. This could be a way to get rid of them.
I don't think they want to have them. I think they'd rather never run into another Spaniard again.
I'm not talking about that ship, but we know that someone's looking for them. That means someone is out there that we can give the forged letters to.
We need a forged copy of that chart too, preferably with some mistakes on it.
I can see what I can do. If you give me a minute to take this hangover cure and,
Apply the salve.
see to my daily,
Ablutions.
thank you. That was what I was looking for.
All right. So you're gonna try to forge.
I'm going to try to forge the chart.
Okay.
With mistakes?
With
So-
mistakes, naturally.
Paper towns.
Again, this is the night for tasks.
For ya.
Time out a second. Check your cord where it's running. Did it get run over?
Yes.
Because I think you're dead.
Oh,
No, you're better now.
Okay.
Tap, tap.
it lives!
It's
No, it's just, when you were like, tonight is the night of dramatic tests, I was like, I didn't hear that in this ear.
It's not good. Okay. Again, dramatic task, because this is the night for dramatic tasks, apparently.
Right.
And you need 5 successes in 5 rounds.
Right.
Okay? And this is standard difficulty -2.
-2. Okay.
So,
You have a forgery skill.
I sure as hell do.
Nice.
yeah.
Part of the backstory.
There you go.
We're a bunch of crooks. My
You're
goodness.
pirates.
Well, fine, if you put it that way.
Ace of spades.
Ace of spades.
Ace of spades.
That's
It's a 5.
Oh, I need a...
So that's a 3.
Yeah, let's...
That's worse.
Oh, that's so much worse. God. I don't want to hurt the cup. There we go.
That one exploded. That one's a 5.
So we got 1, 6.
That's an 8, so that's a 6.
That's 6.
Okay, so you have 1 success.
All right.
Oh, wait. How many times have you rolled? Oh, you were Bennying.
That was Benny. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Another spade.
Come on.
Lucky.
That's a
an
6?
explode. Yes. That's a
10 minus
That's
2 is 8.
There you go.
So
There's
that's
2
3 successes total.
Mm-hmm.
A king of hearts.
Those are both 2s
Oh,
or 0s.
lost Benny. Come on, come on. That's a 5 minus 2, which is still a 3.
Okay.
But you're 3 successes.
And 3 successes is not bad.
I kind of want to give you
Another spade.
for the night of romping.
I'm not going to sneeze at that.
You can award them for whatever reason you want. You have 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to go ahead and spend it now, or are you
No,
just
I'll
gonna
leave
hang
that
on to
one.
it?
I'll hang on to it right now. Oh no!
Oh.
I got it. I
Leave
got
it
it.
on
I
the
got
floor,
it.
apparently.
Bubba.
Where I keep them.
So that's for the 22 vigor roll.
I appreciate that.
That's an
That's
explode.
exploding. So that's 6.
That's a 10.
10
That's an 8.
minus
That's
2
2
is
more
8.
successes.
2 more successes.
Okay,
That's
so that's
5.
5 successes total, so you have succeeded at the task.
Okay, great. Sweet.
Anything more would be embellishment.
Yeah. So you can successfully create forged documents, the chart and the letters, with errors in them to mislead people.
Okay.
But the documents look authentic.
Sweet.
So there you go.
Now the question is, how do we get into the Spanish?
It's a sticky question.
The question is, well, they probably have a description of our ship. Because the one
least
over there
rough.
that took a beating looks about
Very
It's the
similar.
same size.
Same size.
Same
as
size,
ours.
same type of ship.
I think I counted the same number of cannons, so. Are any other ships in port about that size?
No, but
no.
the Tiger and the Sea Spirit are smaller
The
than
Tiger and
us.
the Sea Sprite are smaller.
Means if we go out there, they're going to be looking for us.
But they're going to be looking for us until they find the documents anyway.
Well, there's a fresh coat of paint that could at least disguise us for a wee bit.
Okay.
Depends on how detailed the description was. I mean, I am absolutely convinced that the captain of that first ship was not taking notes on our ship for most of that encounter.
But they do know the captain's name,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
true.
they've seen some of ye.
But they didn't ask when they
They-
attacked the Meriden.
Yeah.
The
The,
Myrmidon.
That's
Well
true.
done.
the other ship, they didn't know what was going on, and they didn't know why they were being bothered. They did not indicate. None of them indicated that they thought a particular captain was being looked for. Might be the ones that were coherent enough to talk hadn't heard it, though. They're replacing half their crew. They're either dead or they're missing too many limbs to keep sailing.
I wanted to try to sell this to the Spanish as a way of getting more payment, but maybe it's better to take it to the proper authorities. We found it on the streets.
We're on Tortuga.
We could take it to Santo Domingo. Just the other side of the island.
At least it'll clear the seas for us. They won't be looking for us.
Once they find out. And they might be trying to keep it quiet.
We could take it to Santo Domingo and just sort of drop it off on the porch. Or we could take it into Port-au-Prince and give it to the French.
We want the Spaniard off our tails. I think we have to give it to
As
the
long as they're
Spanish.
looking for it, they're looking for us.
That's true.
Doesn't mean you can't forge it again and we can give a copy, ask the other ship to take it to the French.
Oh,
different-
Lord Xerox over here. Old days.
You know,
Give a copy to
writing
the Dutch.
gives you
give me-
wrinkles.
Hand wrinkles. No one's looking at my hands.
No, but there's all that squinting. You know, you get crow's feet around the eyes. Makes you look older, too.
No.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's it. I give up forgery.
I forged billboards.
That's why I have charisma. Charisma and attractive.
Oh, I see.
Because personality does matter. And personality doesn't get wrinkles.
Is that what you call it?
Well, I figure the one who actually benefited from that 17 was me, not him.
Oh, yeah. He wasn't complaining, though.
Like I said, I wanted to try to give them to the Spanish, try to get some more coin out of them, but if it'll at least get them off our tail, I think just turning it over, saying that we found it in Tortuga. Because obviously no pirates have it. It could at least put us in the good graces of the Spanish if we encounter them again.
Well, I don't know that it would put us in the good graces, but it might take us out of the bad graces.
Might give us time to run.
Aye.
Well,
Could we not just shove them in a large bottle and throw them over the side?
I didn't like that idea with a giant Spanish flag on it.
Aye.
To Spain with love.
just find a rowboat, put it out in the current.
Find the Nebuchadnezzar of wine.
Okay.
Oh, we need our ship prepared before we can head out, so we've got some time to think about it.
Oh, I need to do some repairs to the ship.
You took some the ship took some damage.
Yes.
I think she has either 1 or 2 wounds remaining.
Note that down.
Did we actually take damage?
Also,
I don't
small
remember
side
taking
note,
damage.
one thing we forgot to mention or haven't addressed as far as the loot that we got from the Dutch ship was there was a pouch of doubloons. How does that get divvied up?
Well, okay, so doubloons are worth 1 doubloon is worth 8 pieces of 8.
Okay.
Right.
It's always an 8 to 1.
And if memory serves, I said there were 50.
I just have written a pouch of.
Right.
I didn't get a total.
And you and Zyde are the only ones who found it and know that it exists.
You can use it to buy more paper.
So that's 400 pieces of 8. We divvied up amongst the crew 350 pieces of 8. Just for reference.
I'm okay. Yeah, that. Yeah, I gotta play to my. I got loyal. It's gonna get divvied up.
Okay. It's going to get divvied up between the whole amongst the whole crew?
Absolutely.
Okay. So same shares as always.
Okay.
So I'll let one of you guys do the math.
Lost the signal.
Or do you want to do math since you probably have the base calculations now?
To divide it amongst the crew?
Yeah.
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 We can sort that out.
Yeah, that's fine. I was something I forgot about.
I can sort that out offline, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Right. So,
Quarter till, so.
as you guys are having this conversation, the Lurch, Mistress Venable's factor.
Yes.
Secretary.
Secretary,
Gotcha, okay.
Accountant, just handles the
Gotcha.
books and just, handles the day-to-day business. Comes up to the foot of the gangway coming up to the ship. And permission to board.
I peer over, see who it is. Oh, Master Lurch, what can we do for you?
He's going to walk up and step. Mistress Venable requests to see you. And we're going to stop right there.
Oh, that's fun. I'm absolutely not frightened.
So, fingertips on that cliff? Fingernails on that cliff?
Was that a you or a you?
Or was it non-specific?
It was non-specific.
All right.
The ones that went to see her previously
Or probably
were
yeah,
you
me
and Zyda.
Yeah.
Reminder.
Mm-hmm.
Advance after this game.
Yes.
So you can do that offline. And we'll talk on Slack about that.
Part. What to do?
And you can divvy up the 50 doubloons. I will say that there is a catch to having doubloons on your person.
What's that?
Hard to make change.
Spanish coin.
Oh.
Hey, look at that. We're in port.
Yeah,
We
we
can,
refer
exchange
to
it.
pieces of 8, but that's just sort of common. It's the value of currency as opposed to
Physical as
opposed to. Yeah, I mean they might be.
They might be French coin. They're most of them are probably British coin.
Yeah, they're probably some of them are shillings, some of them are livres, some of them are whatever the Dutch coin is. I can't remember.
I forget.
And some of them are actual pieces of
It's
8.
like a Dutch franc, isn't that?
No.
Did you get the number on?
I did.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll send it out via Slack as to how much everybody gets.
Sure.
Good plan.
Excellent. I hope that was fun.
Yes.
Any feedback? Thoughts, comments, observations?
No, all good.
Good.
Okay.
I need to get better at my dice rolling. In general.
Roll better. Although you did pretty well in that dice game.
Well, I am better at dice, ironically.
Clearly.
Ironically, I'm better at dice than at cards.
Cool. So we will be back in 2 weeks.
Woo.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
The week after Thanksgiving.
it's the week.
Oh,
2 weeks is her birthday, and we're going out.
we have tickets to Hamilton.
We told you about this. We will be back at some point.
I will. Okay, we will be back at some point in the future. I will check with Mac and see if they can switch with us. And we'll sort it out, and we'll let you know.
Yeah.
It'll be on the calendar.
It'll show up on the schedule, and along with all the other awesome content that we put up.
Because you really should be tuning in every Wednesday, whether it's for
Whether
Razor
it's
Ridge,
for Razor Ridge
Spaniard's
or
Ghost.
for Spaniard's Ghost.
Exactly.
On Mondays for Interpol X.
or for
Or for Rifts.
the
for
Rift,
Riffits.
yes. Rifts.
It's coming
On
to a
Fridays for the normal
Fridays
show.
for the normal podcast.
and on Sundays for the Mode of Sin or for
Dead Rain.
Sundays.
Dead Rain. Yeah, on Sundays. That's what I
Dead
said.
Rain.
On Sundays, yes.
But it's all on the schedule.
It is all on schedule.
So
That's the place to see.
come back and watch
Text.org.
often
Don't take
And-
our word for it.
and join our forums because there's
Yes.
lots of stuff going on there.
There is. There
Two.
absolutely is.
And we will see you guys next
And
time.
if you happen to be in the Los Angeles, Orange County area this coming Sunday,
Which would be-
that would be the 19th.
Yeah.
Yes.
19th. Down at Muldoon's Irish Pub in Newport Beach at 2 o'clock, from 2 to 4 p.m. Sportive Tricks will be having a free show. It is highly recommended that if you want to show up, you can make reservations by calling them. I don't have the phone number off the top of my head, but Muldoon's Irish Pub in Newport Beach, one of the best Irish pubs in all of Orange County. And
Serve a
Very cool.
and they do a great Irish brunch, and they have they are known as the home of the generous poor. Just saying.
Very cool. Awesome. I'm not positive whether I'll be able to be there or not.
I won't.
My own wife won't be there, so you
and-
should be.
On the 21st of November, the Kickstarter for Flash Gordon, the role-playing game, based on which is a Savage Worlds game.
Yes.
The Kickstarter starts. Back it.
Yes. The writer of it was a guest on
Was a
the
guest on our
podcast
show?
just a couple of weeks ago. So yeah.
So we will see you guys in the future. You guys take care.
We sail the seas from dawn till dusk with naught but death behind. Down, me lads, into the cove where the Spanish ne'er will find ye. In waters clear we anchor here to hide from those pursuing. When sunset falls you'll hear the calls and the sails above unfurling. Ye be listening to The Spaniard's Ghost, a Happy Jacks RPG podcast actual play in Savage Worlds, Pirates of the Spanish Main.